Good morning. Charlie Hara back in the studio on this Wednesday. If you have a question, a legal question, 436-1212 is the number to dial. Charlie is here. You said you saw a few flakes on your way in.
I did. It's beginning to snow.
Get ready for it.
All right.
Okay, we have a few calls on the line. We'll go ahead and get to those this morning. Hi there. What's your question for Charlie?
Yes, I have lawyers coming after me for charges that my daughter had accumulated, and I just want to know, how do I handle that? She's an adult.
Well, it kind of depends on what exactly happened, but speaking without knowing any of the facts exactly, an adult is responsible for their own bills, and a parent's not responsible for an adult children's bills. Now, I don't know what happened. If your child went to the hospital and you signed and agreed to pay for it, then you'd be responsible. If you didn't do that, then you wouldn't be responsible. I don't know what your insurance says. Maybe your insurance does cover your child. A lot of policies do. I think that may change here with the new medical, what they call Obamacare coming in. A lot of that may change, but normally speaking, you're not responsible for an adult children's bills, so I would think that would apply unless some other special circumstances happened.
And I'm assuming that goes along with if you've co-signed for someone on something, maybe one of your children, and they default on that, then you're responsible. That's
correct. A car, a house, anything like that, any kind of a loan, you'd be responsible, credit card, anything like that.
Okay. Thanks, Charlie. Good luck with that. Thanks for calling in. We have time now for another caller this morning. Hi there. What's your question for Charlie?
Yes, I'm a semi-truck driver, and I recently got 2 tickets, one for running a stoplight, for speeding 15 over. Is there anything I could do to keep those off my record?
Well, there very well may be, and that's kind of important for you because, I mean, you make a living by driving, and you have a different kind of a license if you're driving a big truck, and those tickets can really affect your insurance and your employer. So probably if you want to try to do something, we have diversion, which means if you get on that and do what you're supposed to do, it doesn't count on your record. And sometimes, depending on the zone you're in, if it's over 50 or 55, and you're under 10 miles an hour over, it doesn't count as a moving violation, although it is a speeding ticket. So if you go to an attorney or you go up to the DA themselves or the district attorney or the county attorney, you might be able to get something done to get that lowered. I don't know. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. It is possible, but I mean, there's no guarantee that's going to happen either, but it is possible.
Okay, thank you, Charlie. Time now for one more call this morning. Hi there, what's your question for Charlie?
Yeah, my mom's got an old creditor from 15 years ago, an old credit card that she had 15 years ago, and they keep bugging her and telling her they're going to take her Social Security and all this, and she tried to offer them some money, and they go, that wasn't acceptable.
Well, I think if it's an old debt and it's 15 years old, we have a statute of limitations. What that means is there's only so long that they have to file a lawsuit. Now, they can keep it alive if they file it within that. 15 years, they probably have not kept it alive. It's probably really not something that they can collect for unless your mother would agree. If it's that old, some of these bill collectors get kind of out of control. They're threatening to take someone's Social Security that's a little bit out of control, in my opinion, and they need to be nice. And so I guess what I'm saying is your mother probably does not have to pay that, but if she's really got a complaint, she probably ought to call the DA's Consumer Affairs or the Attorney General's Consumer Affairs. They shouldn't be harassing her like that.
Well, and you've said before you can't do that because a lot of times some of these companies can use maybe intimidation techniques.
And especially on the elderly or someone that really isn't well educated, they'll try to berate them and get their money from them, and that shouldn't go on. And if that's going on, it ought to stop.
Okay, thank you, Charlie. Have a great week. Stay safe on the roads today.
I will. I'll try.